we're not out of the woods here.
Students in Winnipeg are back in the classroom in a big way, and divisions across the city say they're working hard to keep students and staff safe from the spread of COVID-19. They stress while many provincial restrictions have been lifted, their loosened requirements around sick notes and absenteeism are remaining in place as a preventative safety measure. Isolation in Manitoba is no longer mandatory and only recommended, but many school divisions in the city say their instructions are clear to both students and staff that if you are ill, you should stay home to prevent any spread of COVID-19 in the school community.
We are still having a number of staff and a number of students who are testing positive, who are experiencing illness from COVID and other illnesses. And we just really always recommend, if you're sick, stay home. Don't spread that to other people, and take the time to take care of yourself to get well.
That's Radine Carter with the Winnipeg School Division, the province's largest. She says members of the WSD school community are still operating under loosened restrictions around sick days and absenteeism, saying it's only on rare occasions a doctor's note is required.
The vast majority of employees are responsible and taking the time when they've tested positive for COVID. They're taking the 5 days time to self-isolate, and it's completely legitimate. If there was ever a situation where there was a misuse of sick time or a misuse of time off, that's when HR would get involved. And so that's where your requirement to have a doctor's note is required. This isn't a common situation for us.
Other school divisions are also keeping sick note requirements relaxed, with the Louis Riel School Division saying a note is only required when an employee is away for a significant amount of time. At the River East Transcona School Division, they say generally if an employee is absent for more than 5 days, they may ask for a doctor's note, but they say this is on a case-by-case basis.
In the current circumstance, hardly at all. The number one protection we have against kind of continuing risk of COVID is to ask people to stay home if they have any flu-like symptoms.
Superintendent Brian O'Leary at the Seven Oaks School Division says right now the priority is keeping students and staff safe, not tallying sick days, saying it's critical to keep kids in the classroom and COVID-19 out.
It's important for students to be in school and to resume school activities as normal as possible. We've had 2 years of not being able to do a lot of things.
The Manitoba Teacher Society, which represents educators across the province, says teachers are trying to be responsible by following public health recommendations, and says employers in school divisions should also be doing the same. It notes that it's there to assist any member dealing with confusion around COVID-19 isolation, saying dialogue between teachers and their employers is critical.
In many cases, problems can be solved with a conversation. Our members do this all the time. They work with their students, they work with the parents of students, they work with each other. And conversations are commonplace to what we do, and they are a tool that can be used to problem solve.
In Winnipeg, Morgan Majeski, City News.